Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to this session of English Literature. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter of your poetry book, that is your Reverie book. Your first chapter is The Dolphins. This chapter is written by Carol Ann Duffy. The poetess of this chapter is Carol Ann Duffy. Now, let us see what is this poem about. First of all, I'm going to give you a brief preview of the poem, that what this poem is about. Then we will do the line by line summarization of this poem. Okay, students. So, the chapter Dolphins. This chapter is a dramatic monologue. This poem written by Carol Ann Duffy is a dramatic monologue. It's a dramatic monologue. What do you mean by dramatic monologue? Monologue is the thing that is conveyed or spoken by a single person. Means this whole poem is written in perspective of a dolphin. So this poem that is in the form of a monologue is given by a dolphin. Here, this poem tries to enumerate the emotions of a dolphin that was once free, swimming around at its own will, according its own choice. But now there is a contrast. It is now confined to an aquarium or a water park, or you can say a artificial tank type, a place where it does what its owner or a trainer tells it to do. Its master uses it to perform tricks to amuse people in the circus or to entertain the other people who come to visit by paying them. So, this poem shows how dolphins and other animals are suffering in the hands of men, in the hands of human. They for their own benefit they are taking use of such animals. It urges us, it requests us to look at the world from their perspective, that how they are suffering. It conveys the poet's message against human cruelty towards animals. In today's world, humans have become so cruel that for their own benefit they are using these animals. Like you see in circus, there are several um, animals that are hostaged. For example, your elephant, lion, monkeys, they are just caged within the cage. They are caged, and the people of circus, the humans, they use these animals to entertain others. So it conveys the poet's message against human cruelty towards animals. On a metamorphic level, we can say that the poetess also want to indicate the troubles of humans when they are caught in the confinement of this world. If we just compare it with humans also, so they are also facing troubles who are confined. Means the humans that are servant of others, that are slaves of others. Okay, so for this poem, this is a dramatic monologue which is in the which is in the perspective of dolphins. Now let us see, just we will do it line by line summary. Okay, so your first line is, world is what you swim in or dance. It is simple. Now here the poem starts with the dolphin speaking. It is speaking as a second person and it is addressing us. Means this here dolphin is speaking to us. They are addressing us humans. So dolphin explains here that what is the meaning of word for them. Its own expectations about the world should be like. So they reside in water bodies. It explains that the world should be a place where one is allowed to roam freely, to swim in, or to dance. It is an expression of joy and happiness without any restrictions. It is that simple for them. So this they are telling about that time when they were free. Let us see the second line. We are in our element, but we are not free. But here the contrast line is written that they are now in our element but not free. They don't have freedom. Their freedom has been restricted. From now onward, the dolphin starts here talking in the first person, means they are addressing themselves. It is going to tell us about the story of their imprisonment, that how they are confined, how they are restricted. They are in water in the aquarium, doing what they do best, and but they are not free. The poetess here in our element is used to explain what one likes to do. Okay, here water for dolphins is a natural element. Water may be all around it, but the dolphin is now restricted to the pool and not the expansive ocean it used to dance around in. Means she is residing in water only. The dolphins are residing in water only, but they are in their natural element, that is the water, but they are not free. They couldn't swim, couldn't roam like they used to do in the expansive ocean. Outside this world, you cannot breathe for long. Here, the dolphins carry the tone of isolation, desolation, that they are just fed up of this restriction. It says that outside its aquatic world, it cannot breathe for long. Means outside water, outside the world, they cannot survive. The other has my shape. The other has my shape. The here the poetess introduces one element, that what does this other point to? What is the meaning of other here? This initially affects the ambiguity, means it is a type of a mysterious point. It may point to the person who is making the dolphin perform the tricks. Okay, other has my shape. Here other, whom does other refers to? It refers to the humans that are using the dolphins to perform the tricks. They may know the shape of the dolphin should take to make the act most entertaining. Means they just forces the dolphins to take the pose, to take the shape, to make that all the act, all the whatever they show for the entertainment purpose, to more entertaining. And the animal, without any as it cannot convey their feelings, so they mold into any shape, whatever the performer, whatever the tricker wants it to do. Or it may also, there's one, this is one case, and one case is that it may also point to the another dolphin whose movement guides the dolphin's own movement. Okay, it is like just one, like orchestra where one instrument plays with others to create a beautiful art piece type of thing. Okay, so it may refer to those humans, those force these dolphins to perform the act of entertainment. Or it may refer to other dolphins also, who just follow their movement, means each other's movement. The others movement forms my thoughts. Here, the others point to the other dolphins whose movement not just guides the dolphin's movement but also its thoughts. It shows how others are controlling its life, its movement, and its thoughts, and also mine. Just the way the movement of other dolphin molds or changes how it acts, its actions decide the course of other dolphin. Means they do whatever they see. They just try to mimic each other. There is a man and there are hoops. There is a man and there are hoops. Who is this man is referring to? Means here first time the dolphin is mentioning its troublers, means the humans. Okay, here the man refers to the humans who have caged these dolphins. So there is a man who makes the dolphin jump through hoops while it performs. Hoops are that jumping circles in between which the dolphins, you might have seen in some movies that it is a big circle, and in between from those circles dolphins just jump from. So the hoops here are the jumping hoops. But since dolphins actually jump through hoops on orders, the this this type of thing is overrun. Means this is, you can say that it is quite tormenting for them. There is a constant flowing guilt. Now, what is the guilt? Who is feeling this guilt? It's most possibly the dolphin. they are own feeling, it's they are only know its own feelings, not others. The sense of guilt comes from the inability to perform the way it master wants. It may also feel guilty as it got caught up in the net of the fisherman when it was careless. Okay, or it is just the trainer or suggests that he makes the dolphins do things against their will. So there is a constantly flowing guilt of this thing. Okay, students, this is it. We will cover this poem in our next video, video number 2, part number 2. Thank you so much.